This is the highlight of my career. I just want everyone to know the opportunity to do this. Thank you, Whitney. Cheers. Cheers.
Cheers.
Crunchy. I'm like 8 years old again.
Every town in Australia has a Chinese restaurant. It's a place for celebration, comfort food, and a sense of community. Whether you love sweet and sour pork or that magical deep-fried ice cream, everyone's got a story to share. Join me, Jennifer Wong, as I spin the Lazy Susan around the country and ask that most important question, chopsticks or fork?
Jen, where we're off to today?
We're going to New Beauvoir in Moree, which has been run by the same family since the 70s.
That's a lot of fried ice cream.
I know, right? So let's go get the scoop.
All right, let's go.
Moree is in northern New South Wales on Gamilaroi country and lies on the banks of the Mihai River.
Moree!
Where there's Moree that meets the eye.
The agricultural area is home to 13,000 people and the largest pecan nut farm in the Southern Hemisphere.
What do you call the nuts that come from these trees?
Pecans.
Pecan nuts. What do you call almonds?
Almonds.
Pecan nuts.
As well as one perplexed farmer, Moree has a terrific art scene with murals by local artists and galleries showcasing the region's best works. Local art is huge here, but that's not the only thing that's big.
Wow, it's the Moree big plane.
But Jen, aren't all planes big?
Yes.
Moree is also the spa capital of Australia. The Great Artesian Basin provides the town with natural hot springs. While I can't vouch for their reputed health and healing benefits, I can absolutely promise you the hot springs are hot.
Oh my God, it's so hot!
Husband and wife Ernest and Whitney Lai are the third generation in their family to run New Beauvoir in Moree. The restaurant was first opened by Ernest's grandfather in 1977, and when he retired, he handed the restaurant over to Ernest's Uncle George. Ernest and Whitney took over officially in 2017. New Beauvoir is a Moree institution, and the menu's hardly changed since the 70s.
We've always just called it the Beauvoir. I quite often forget that it's the New Beauvoir because it has been around longer than I have.
Yeah, the first time I went to the New Beauvoir restaurant, I was probably about 14.
Over the years, when our children were very little, we took them to a restaurant and the restaurant was the Beauvoir.
You're the third generation to run this restaurant. How did it all begin?
Al, you're the boss.
No, I'm not the boss, eh? We'll not take this one.
Whitney, how did it all begin?
We just want to change our lifestyle, because I'm actually expect our first baby actually is coming very soon, was in Sydney. So we're thinking about, it's time to get some change.
Country style more suitable for us to live in, sick of a city lifestyle.
Like a lot of country Chinese restaurants, New Beauvoir has a big menu, from sizzling favourites like Mongolian lamb to old-school classics like combination bird's nest.
How did you learn to cook in this style?
Al, while I work, watched the chef before, asked my uncle, and he teach me a lot,
Whitney, you're from Guangzhou originally.
Yes.
Did you know of the foods like prawn cutlets and honey chicken and sweet and sour pork before you got here?
In Sydney, yes, because it's...
Guangzhou.
In Guangzhou's not, but, because we're pretty traditional food in Guangzhou.
What's your favourite food here?
A salt and pepper squid. I love the salt and pepper squid, yeah.
Yep.
I think this is the one of the signature dish for us, There's a lot of customers, they love it too.
For me, probably prawn cutlets, She also likes some crispy
Yep.
stuff,
Because I make them.
That's right.
That's why he loves it.
What do you get when you go to New Beauvoir?
Fried rice.
Spring rolls and the satay chicken. Chicken chow mein, love the fried rice.
My daughter, she loves the honey chicken. Son, he'll eat anything.
I don't think you're ever too old to appreciate a deep fried ice cream.
Mongolian lamb. That's it, really. That's the favourite. Yeah, that's the dish. Yeah. Can you tell me what makes your restaurant special? What do you guys do that is special to here?
All the menus here are homemade. Spring roll, we homemade dim sims,
prawn
the prawn
cutlet.
cutlets.
Everything pretty much is homemade.
And the vegetable we cut fresh, not frozen. Make our own sauces.
Wow.
Yeah,
So how long does your day look like? Like, give me an idea of how you start and how you finish.
Pretty much start at 9, finish around 2, sometimes maybe 3, and then start to work at afternoon around 4, and finish around 10 at night.
Sometimes it's quite hard with the kids as well because you need to look after the kids as well, and then you need to, do the restaurant as well. So it's actually sometimes been pretty tough.
Do you want to talk about how the last couple of years have been tough?
Actually, it's pretty good in the first year.
That was in 2017.
17 and 18, it seems the drought is getting worse and worse.
In the last few years, Moree, like many parts of Australia, has lived through a devastating drought.
You can see instead of like the 200 bill, the takeaway, they might be just have a cup of item, end up with $50.
Just as the weather began improving and things started to look up, COVID hit.
So the pandemic come. So we even need to be shut the dining room for more than 2 months. Yeah, we're still lucky, because we still keep going to open the doors open, and then the customers can, buy and take away instead.
What do you think the most rewarding thing is about running a Chinese restaurant?
Sometimes when you're working very hard, and then when you went home, you look at the kids, they smile. So this is the most rewarding thing for me, I think. How about you, Ernest?
Yeah, pretty much the same, yeah.
Because
The customer happy, and yeah, we're happy.
Do you think about what you want for your children? Do you want them to be the 4th generation?
if they want to, become the 4th generation, I don't mind. But if they say they want to do anything, I think it's good to have skill on hand.
What do you want to be when you grow up?
Oh, easy. I want to be an astronomer, or I think I'm pretty good at giving advice, so maybe a counsellor or a therapist.
That's great. What about you?
Did you say you want to be a fireman, or was it a policeman?
A
Policeman.
policeman. And what did you want to be?
I have no idea.
Okay.
A gamer.
A gamer?
A YouTuber.
A YouTuber?
It doesn't seem like Ernest and Whitney's kids are going to take over New Boa anytime soon. But that doesn't mean they're not learning valuable skills like origami. Maybe I can be the next generation to take over. It would be my crowning glory.
Shove it in. And then ta-da!
They say you gotta know when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em. And I think after all this work, it's time to take a spa break in the hot springs.
Brianna, no one calls it New Boa, do
No,
they?
it's just the Boa.
You can tell I'm from out of town because I keep calling it the New Boa. When did you first start going?
We used to go as children when we'd have a family birthday, we'd get together and go out for dinner, and it's a different cuisine and it gives the opportunity for people who aren't from the area to experience something new, and it's actually really good Chinese. We lived over in Canada, and there's not many small little rural places that'll have Chinese that's just as good.
Once you've left the pool, what's your Boa craving?
Oh, I'm a big chicken cashew nut fan.
While Brianna dreams about chicken and cashew nut, I have an even better idea for an after-swim snack, and Whitney is going to teach me how to make it.
What do we do first?
Okay, so basically we have some cakes in here as a base.
Okay.
Yeah, and then we need to scoop some ice cream, of course. Normally it's a vanilla ice cream, and then we actually have some egg whites. We need to actually whisking the egg white first. Usually when we make it very, very quick because the ice creams melt. So, okay, so I put one in here. And this actually is a breadcrumb.
Yep.
So we just rolling up with that and try to just tighten up.
Just smashing it together.
Yeah, that's right.
Great.
So, and then quick to put it in the breadcrumb. And then just rolling up them like this, Yeah, just like a ball, a tennis ball, actually. And then we put it into the egg white. And put it back here again.
It's like the ice cream is at a day spa getting a nice treatment.
Yeah, that's right. So the deep fried ice cream is done. So this is the frozen one. So now we're going to cook that into the oil.
So, Whitney, why are you cooking it in the wok and not the deep fryer?
Because the deep fryer, usually you maintain the temperatures are lower. So when we cook the deep ice cream, we need to have the very, very high temperature.
Okay, how high will the temperature be?
I'd say around 200 degrees.
Wow, okay.
So that's why you can't do it just in the normal deep fryer. So now
wow.
So just let them settle a little bit.
Yeah.
And then the breadcrumb will be good.
Wow, this is iconic. This making of this ice cream, wow. So it doesn't take very long, does it?
No. So that's why you need to have a very, very high temperature.
Yeah.
What topping do you like, Jen?
What's available?
Caramel, strawberry and chocolate.
Strawberry, please.
Strawberry.
Best day ever. It's time to taste the ice cream.
Yeah.
How do you feel about strawberry?
Strawberry.
Not your favourite?
I'm sorry, yeah. I feel medicine.
Well, a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down. Thank you, Whitney. Cheers.
Cheers. Crunchy.
I'm like 8 years old again. It's not a visit to a country Chinese restaurant without deep fried ice cream, is it?
I think so.
It's such a strange thing to deep fry if you think about it. But don't think about it too long.
It's gone.
Why do you think a restaurant like Boa is important to the community in Moree?
I think it's very important as a sort of place to get together with friends.
Families come in here together to celebrate milestones or catch up with their friends or family. We have lots of travellers coming through. So I think it's very important to all catch up and every now and again.
We're so lucky to have somewhere to go and eat some different food, different cuisine. And I just would say too about the Boa, it's a very community-run business. They supported the gallery here when the Olympics were on, and they were so generous and so community-minded. So, you know, how lucky are we?
It's clear that the restaurant is an important part of the community. But I wondered, what's it like being one of the few Chinese Australians in a small town?
What's it like living in Moree?
Most of the time, because, you know, my parents own the Boa, I get compliments at school for how good it was. Sometimes some racist comments, but I don't really mind.
Me too.
Although they are rude.
When did you feel like you had a sense of belonging here in Moree?
I think since our children born, because they got friends to play with, and we feel we belong to this community.
Yeah, because they're locals, right?
Yeah, they're
like
local.
They just know Moree.
Because our kids also feel like they're Australian, Aussies.
Yeah.
Do people here usually use chopsticks or forks?
Lots of people, they use the fork, but they don't mind to try the chopsticks, you know. So, because usually we serve the chopstick with the bowl, like the set, you know. So they don't mind, but usually they just have the fork and knife. Spoon and forks and the knife more.
Well, we all give the chopsticks a go, but we're pretty hopeless at it, to be honest.
We generally use fork. We have gave the chopsticks a go, but we find it a little bit awkward. So.
Okay.
Yeah. And we get a little bit anxious with the food, so we like to shovel it.
Yeah, directly into the face. Do you think people's tastes have changed over the years? Do you think you'll change the future of Moree's taste buds in the future?
Moree people actually, I think they say they come to Boa, they just love the foods in here. They say when they get traveling, even they go into China or Beijing, they order sweet and sour pork, they just don't really like it. They just like the Boa's one. Ernest and I, we always say, you know, consistency is very important. So you won't want your customers coming in one day, the food is different from another time, you know, when they walk in. So I think it's the main thing, and maybe
that's what Uncle George teach me,
40 years of family history, 40 years of happy diners in this quintessential country Chinese restaurant. It's been such a thrill to talk to so many fork users about their love for the Boa and to reunite with one of my first true loves, fried ice cream. And what a fabulous town Moree is. They've got it all, from hot springs to hot spring rolls. Here's to many more years of both. Or should I say, many Moree years of both.
Ooh, the crust is still like
crispy.
Yes, it is. I reach for the sky. How does it feel to be 7 again?
Oh man, that's so good. Why are we not ordering this every time we go out to eat?
I don't know. I do know. For you, it's because your parents told you when you were little you can't buy ice cream outside the house because there's ice cream at home.
Yes, there's always ice cream at home, so I always feel guilty when I'm buying ice cream outside. That's great.